welcome back to our YouTube. The Bible contains numerous profound and mysterious narratives, one of which is found in Jude verse 9, where the Archangel Michael disputes with Satan over the body of Moses. This unique event, not mentioned elsewhere in Scripture, raises intriguing questions about its origin and significance. By examining this passage in its surrounding context, we can uncover valuable lessons about obedience, humility, and the recognition of God's ultimate authority. Michael's example of deference to God, even in the face of Satan, serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of trusting in divine wisdom and submitting to God's will. The unique event of Michael and Satan in Jude verse 9 describes an event not mentioned anywhere else in the Bible, the Archangel Michael disputing with Satan over the body of Moses. The passage states, "But even the Archangel Michael, when he was disputing with the devil, Satan, and arguing about the body of Moses, did not dare bring an abusive condemnation against him, but simply said, 'The Lord rebuke you.'" This incident raises intriguing questions about its origin and significance, as it is not corroborated by other scriptures. Some suggest that this information was passed down through Jewish oral tradition, though we have no definitive knowledge about why the dispute arose. One plausible theory is that Satan wanted to locate Moses' burial site to create a shrine, which could have led the Israelites into idolatry. Michael, as the angelic protector of Israel, sought to prevent this by keeping the burial site hidden. The context of Moses' death, the death of Moses, is detailed in Deuteronomy 34. Moses died at the age of 120, yet the Bible notes that his eyes were not weak nor his strength gone. Despite his advanced age, Moses was barred from entering the Promised Land due to his disobedience at Meribah Kadesh. He led the Israelites to the edge of Canaan and was given a glimpse of the land from Mount Nebo. After this, Moses passed away, and his burial place, known only to God, was kept secret to prevent it from becoming a site of idolatry. The role of Michael the Archangel, appears in several key biblical texts, highlighting his importance in spiritual warfare and his protective role over Israel. In Daniel 10:21, Michael is described as the protector of Israel, standing against hostile spiritual forces. In Revelation 12:7-9, Michael leads the heavenly army against Satan and his angels, ultimately casting them out of heaven. Despite his great power, Michael did not presume to rebuke Satan on his own authority but deferred to God, demonstrating humility and submission to divine authority. The importance of obedience and humility. The narrative of Michael and Satan emphasizes the significance of obedience, humility, and recognizing God's ultimate authority. Michael's example encourages believers to trust and submit to God's will, acknowledging his righteousness and justice in all things. This lesson is particularly relevant in today's world, where many struggle with doubts and questions about God's actions. The story of Michael and Satan serves as a reminder that even the most powerful beings in the universe submit to God's authority, and so should we. Moses' final moments and legacy. The account of Moses' final moments is both poignant and instructive. After leading the Israelites for 40 years, Moses' life came to an end on Mount Nebo, where he viewed the Promised Land from a distance. His strength and vitality at the age of 120 underscore the extraordinary nature of his life and leadership. Despite being barred from entering the Promised Land, Moses' legacy as a prophet and leader remains unparalleled. His life and death serve as a testament to the importance of faithfulness and obedience to God's commands. Michael's role in spiritual warfare. The Bible depicts Michael as a warrior angel who contends in spiritual combat. The term archangel means angel of the highest rank, distinguishing Michael from other angels who are primarily messengers. Michael's role is unique in that he is depicted as a fighter, standing against evil spirits and principalities. This is evident in the book of Daniel, where Michael assists Gabriel in spiritual warfare, and in Revelation, where he leads the heavenly armies against Satan. The significance of Michael's name means, "Who is like God?" which underscores his role in defending God's honor and authority. In the book of Daniel, Michael is introduced as the protector of Israel, standing firm against hostile spiritual forces. His name itself is a reminder of the incomparable nature of God and the importance of upholding his authority. Michael's humility and submission to God, despite his great power, serve as an example for believers to follow. The lesson of submission to God's authority. One of the key lessons from the story of Michael and Satan is the importance of submitting to God's authority. Despite his power and status, Michael did not presume to rebuke Satan on his own authority but deferred to God. This act of humility is a powerful reminder that no matter how strong or capable we may be, we must always submit to God's will and authority. This lesson is particularly relevant in today's world, where many people struggle with pride and a desire for control. The righteousness and justice of God. The narrative also underscores the righteousness and justice of God. God's actions are always correct, and his decisions are always just. This is a fundamental truth that believers must acknowledge and trust in, even when they do not fully understand his ways. The story of Michael and Satan serves as a reminder that God's authority is absolute, and his judgments are always right. This truth is a source of comfort and assurance for believers, especially in times of doubt and uncertainty. The importance of faithfulness and obedience. The life and death of Moses highlight the importance of faithfulness and obedience to God's commands. Despite his great achievements, Moses was barred from entering the Promised Land due to his disobedience at Meribah Kadesh. This serves as a sobering reminder that faithfulness and obedience to God are of utmost importance. Moses' legacy, however, remains a powerful testament to the impact of a life lived in service to God. His faithfulness, despite his flaws, serves as an inspiration for believers to remain steadfast in their commitment to God's will. Michael's example of humility and strength. Michael's example of humility and strength is particularly instructive for believers. Despite his great power and status as an archangel, Michael did not presume to act on his own authority, but remained completely submissive to God. This humility, coupled with his strength, serves as a powerful reminder that true strength lies in submission to God's will. Michael's example encourages believers to embrace humility and trust in God's authority, recognizing that their strength and purpose come from him. The spiritual battle against evil. The depiction of Michael in spiritual warfare underscores the reality of the spiritual battle against evil. The Bible portrays Michael as a warrior angel who stands against evil spirits and principalities, leading the heavenly armies in the fight against Satan. This serves as a reminder to believers that they too are engaged in a spiritual battle against evil. The example of Michael encourages believers to remain vigilant and steadfast in their faith, trusting in God's power and authority to overcome the forces of evil. The role of angels in God's plan. The story of Michael and Satan also highlights the role of angels in God's plan. Angels are depicted as powerful beings who carry out God's will and protect his people. Michael in particular is portrayed as a protector and warrior who stands against evil and defends God's honor. This serves as a reminder to believers that they are not alone in their spiritual journey. God's angels are at work, carrying out his will and protecting his people. This truth is a source of comfort and assurance for believers, reminding them of God's constant presence and protection. The significance of Michael's actions in the dispute with Satan demonstrate the importance of relying on God's authority in spiritual matters. By deferring to God's judgment, Michael exemplifies the proper attitude of humility and reliance on divine authority. This serves as a powerful lesson for believers, emphasizing the need to trust in God's power and wisdom rather than relying on their own strength and understanding. The consequences of idolatry. The potential for idolatry, highlighted by the speculation that Satan wanted to create a shrine for Moses, underscores the dangers of turning away from God. Idolatry was a persistent issue for the Israelites, and the secrecy surrounding Moses' burial was a protective measure to prevent such practices. This aspect of the story serves as a warning to believers about the perils of idolatry and the importance of maintaining a pure and undivided devotion to God. The legacy of Moses. Moses' life and legacy are deeply impactful. As a prophet, leader, and servant of God, Moses played a crucial role in the history of Israel. His journey from Egypt to the edge of the Promised Land, marked by moments of great faith and human frailty, provides valuable lessons for believers. Despite his imperfections, Moses' unwavering dedication to God's mission serves as an enduring example of faithfulness and perseverance. The mystery of Moses' burial, the mysterious nature of Moses' burial adds a layer of intrigue to his story. The fact that God personally buried Moses and kept the location hidden speaks to the special relationship Moses had with God. This unique aspect of Moses' death highlights the honor and reverence God had for his servant. It also serves as a reminder that some aspects of God's plans and actions remain beyond human understanding, requiring trust and faith in his wisdom. The ongoing relevance of Michael's example of humility, strength, and submission to God's authority continues to be relevant for believers today. In a world where self-reliance and pride are often celebrated, Michael's actions remind believers of the importance of humility and reliance on God. His example encourages believers to trust in God's power and wisdom, recognizing that true strength and purpose come from submission to his will. The final victory over evil, the ultimate victory of Michael, and the heavenly armies over Satan, as depicted in Revelation, provides hope and assurance for believers. This final triumph over evil confirms God's ultimate authority and the inevitable defeat of all forces opposed to his will. Believers are reminded that despite the challenges and battles they face, God's victory is assured, and they can find strength and confidence in his power. Conclusion: the story of Michael the Archangel disputing with Satan over the body of Moses, as recounted in Jude verse 9, offers rich insights and lessons for believers. It underscores the importance of humility, obedience, and reliance on